Now, a 35-foot tall new art installation is up and ready for your Instagram photos. Hank?
Yeah, guys, keep it on the road. I mean, you can see it from I-95 if you're driving down by the stadiums. On one side, you got the Wells Fargo Center. On the other side, there's a gigantic 35-foot thing sitting here in the Navy Yard. You could very well drive your car into the river if you're not looking out. Here to explain exactly why it exists and what it's supposed to do, and you guys know I'm the one for it. I love stuff like this, is Kate McNamara, Executive Vice President of the Navy Yard. Kate, welcome to the show. Thanks so much. I love that you all do this. Explain it for me a little, though.
Sure. We're so happy to have you down here. Today is the official launch day for our 7th installation of public art here at the Navy Yard. And this behind us is the 35-foot tall seated cloud boy. He is just a joyful beacon of happiness down here in South Philadelphia. And we've been working with these artists for over a year to bring this installation down here. It's our first one in Philadelphia, and it's one of a series we've been doing for 7 years to bring local artists and international artists down here for free to the public at the Navy Yard.
It's glorious. I believe this is a Group X installation, guys, and you've seen them in other places in the Navy Yard as well. Navy Yard, honestly, if you really look closely over the course of the past few years, possibly under Kate's direction, has been doing things with all the space they've got out here. EDM concerts, public art displays, things that you can go and see. And some of these art displays, I've seen cars with carpet all over them, and you don't even know if what you're looking at is supposed to be there. But that's part of the point, part of the fun, right, Kate?
Yeah, it's part of the fun. It's great to discover this stuff just kind of hidden around the Navy Yard. We have some permanent installations, a lot of temporary installations that come and go. But it's, you know, it's a great amenity for our 150 companies down here, 15,000 employees. We're about to move in residents for the first time next year since the base closed, but it's also open to the public 7 days a week, sun up to sundown. So we love to have people here.
Well, I love it too. Me being an old military geek, I love things like 16-inch battleship guns on display over there, although a lot of folks wouldn't call that necessarily public art in a way. But at the same time, you all do things like this down here, and they always do surprise me. Talk a little bit about the personality nature of the Navy Yard these days, because it really does always seem to be changing. These companies that you're talking about, plus the old military history of the place. When people ask you what the Navy Yard is anymore, especially as you stand in the shadow of 35-foot inflatable beasts, I'm sure it's easy for you, but it's hard for me to explain it.
Well, I would explain it like this. This is Philadelphia's newest neighborhood, but it's also the oldest neighborhood. This was the first shipyard for the U.S. Navy, and there are so many Philadelphians whose dad worked here, whose mom worked here, grandparents, aunts and uncles. It's really important to people who live in this region. So we try to preserve that history with the military guns and the placards around the campus, but the Navy still is our largest employer down here, and they are growing along with the other companies down here. So we really try to connect Philadelphians with those jobs, but also really celebrate the history and bring new history in here through these really incredible art installations, through commemorations of the life sciences pioneering breakthroughs we've had this year, cancer curing therapies that have been approved this year here at the Navy Yard in Philadelphia. So it's just an incredible place, and we try to really mix all those things together.
You really do, and you do a good job of it, Kate. Remember, guys, there is no guard down anymore. You can come down here, enjoy sitting Little Cloud from Group X, and then go explore the Navy Yard. There's tons to see, and for me personally, I'll send you down here just because I'm an airplane geek too. There's not too many better places to watch planes come and go from PHL, and it's beautiful. Tons of things to do down at the old Navy Yard, guys, and we'll be back with more Good Day Philadelphia coming up.